One of my pastimes is I love learning about economics and politics. And when I look back through history, I notice that the most powerful ways to manipulate people is through real kind of feel good or justified feeling. So you mentioned, the root of wanting people to not be oppressed, of people noticing injustice and wanting it to be changed and different. We're talking now the spiritual realm. Is that a feeling that is often manipulated by, not by God, but by Satan, by evil forces? And what does that look like when, evil forces are at battle with good within us?
Yeah, and that's good. It's a good question, a searching question, because I think you're right. The Romans had that saying, corruptio optimi pessima, the corruption of the best is the worst. And so what's really beautiful and good, passion for justice, a concern for the oppressed, reaching out to those on the margins who have been overlooked. That's beautiful. That's a great thing. But when it goes bad, it can go very bad. And it can turn into violence. It can turn into this deep rupture between classes and races, et cetera. It turns into violence. And it turns into scapegoating. And here I rely on the work of that great philosopher René Girard, who said that when tensions arise in any society, could be your family to a nation state, by a very deep instinct, we reach out for scapegoats. So we reach out for someone to blame, and then we can all come together in a kind of ersatz piece that we all come together and say, yeah, that person's to blame, or that group is to blame. And we find a kind of equilibrium in that, a sort of satisfaction, but it's deeply dysfunctional because it leads only to greater division and violence. So the scapegoating instinct is so deep in us, and I think that was on full display throughout this past year, the casting about for scapegoats, the searching for the victim and so on. So that's a dysfunctional feature of this.